In a desert city of rust and wind, where skeletal towers of forgotten times clawed at the sky, a legend slithered through the sands. This was the domain of the golden cobra, a creature not of flesh and blood, but of the very desert itself. Its scales shimmered like a million sun-drenched grains of sand, and its eyes held the wisdom of 1,000 silent dawns. It was the undisputed ruler of all that crawled, burrowed, and hid beneath the dunes. The desert was its kingdom, and its presence was a law written in the shifting sands. Every hiss was a command, every movement a declaration of its sovereignty. High above in the scorched, cloudless expanse soared the iron hawk. This was no creature of nature. It was a marvel of forgotten artifice, forged from steel and captured lightning. Its wings, sharp as obsidian shards, sliced through the air with a low, menacing hum. Its eyes were lenses of polished crystal, scanning the ground below with predatory focus. The Iron Hawk was the master of the skies, a metallic tyrant that hunted with cold, calculated efficiency. To the creatures of the desert, its shadow was a harbinger of doom, a swift, silent and delivered from the heavens. For ages, these two sovereigns maintained a tense, unspoken truce. The hawk ruled the sky, the cobra ruled the sand. They were two sides of the same unforgiving coin, the hunter of the air and the king of the earth. But the desert is a crucible of change, and its delicate balance could not last forever. A day came when the sun burned hotter, the winds blew with a more desperate fury, and the patience of kings were thin. The Iron Hawk, driven by an insatiable hunger for dominion, or perhaps by the cold logic of its mechanical heart, descended lower than ever before. Its crystal eyes locked onto a flash of gold moving sinuously across the dunes. The golden glimmer was the cobra, basking in the midday heat, its scales radiating a hypnotic light. The hawk saw not a king but a challenge, a final piece to complete its conquest of the desert. With a piercing shriek that sounded like tearing metal, the Iron Hawk folded its wings and dove. It plummeted from the sky like a meteorite, a streak of dark steel aimed at the heart of the Sand Kingdom. The very air seemed to hold its breath, the desert winds falling silent in anticipation of the clash that was to come. But the cobra was no simple prey. It felt the shift in air pressure, the silent scream of the hawk's descent. It didn't flee, it didn't hide, instead it rose. Coiling upon itself, it lifted its head, its golden hood flaring wide like a royal crest. Its forked tongue tasted the electricity in the air. This was not a hunt, it was an invasion. And the king of the sands would not yield its throne without a fight. The moment of impact was inevitable, a collision of two opposing forces destined to reshape the desert's story. The Iron Hawk struck with the force of a blacksmith's hammer. Its steel talons, designed to crush rock and bone, aimed for the cobra's spine, but it was like trying to catch smoke. The cobra moved with a fluidity that defied mechanics, a blur of gold against the reddish sand. It swayed aside at the last possible second, and the hawk's talons scraped uselessly against the ground, throwing up a shower of sparks and sand. The hawk had missed its mark, a rare and fatal error. In that fleeting moment of the hawk's overreach, the cobra counterattacked. It was a strike of blinding precision, faster than a thought. Its fangs, dripping with a venom that could corrode steel, sank deep into the hawk's metallic wing joint. There was a hiss, not of a snake, but of acid on metal, as the venom began its work. The Iron Hawk let out a distorted screech of synthetic pain, its internal mechanisms grinding in protest. For the first time, the hunter of the skies felt the sting of the Earth's power. Enraged and wounded, the hawk beat its mighty wings, attempting to ascend, to escape the serpent's grasp and regain its aerial advantage. But the cobra was relentless. It didn't release its bite. Instead, with a surge of incredible strength, it began to coil its long, powerful body around the struggling bird. The smooth, golden scales slid over the cold, hard steel, a living chain wrapping around the machine. The hawk thrashed violently, its powerful form trying to break free, but the cobra's grip was like a tightening vice. The battle became a whirlwind of gold and steel, a chaotic dance of death against the desert canvas. The hawk's frantic wing beats churned the sand into a storm, but it could not gain altitude. The Cobra's weight was an anchor, pulling it inexorably back to the earth. The sky burned red with the setting sun, its light reflecting off the struggling forms, painting the scene in hues of blood and fire. The hum of the Hawk's engine became strained, faltering as the Cobra's coils squeezed tighter, crushing vital conduits and bending plates of steel. With a final, desperate surge, the Iron Hawk managed to lift them both a few hundred feet into the air. For a moment, they were silhouetted against the dying sun, a monstrous, twisting constellation. But the victory was short-lived. The Cobra, using the Hawk's own momentum against it, gave a powerful, final constriction. There was a sickening crunch of metal, a shower of sparks, and the light in the Hawk's crystal eyes flickered and died. Its wings went rigid, its engine silent. The crash echoed through the dunes like a thunderclap. The entwined bodies of metal and gold fell from the sky, a dying star plummeting to its grave. They hit the sand with an impact that shook the very foundations of the desert city, sending a plume of dust and debris high into the twilight air. Silence descended once more, deeper and more profound than before. The wind whispered through the skeletal ruins, carrying the tale of the fallen sky tyrant. As the dust settled, there was movement in the wreckage. From the twisted metal and shattered crystal, the golden Cobra slowly, deliberately uncoiled itself. It was unscathed, its scales gleaming under the first pale light of the moon. It moved towards the Hawk's severed head, where a single, magnificent feather of spun gold, a rare, decorative flourish on the mechanical beast, remained intact. The Cobra picked it up gently in its mouth, then slithered to the highest point of the wreckage. There, as the desert watched in silent awe, the Cobra rose once more. It let the golden feather fall, and by some strange magic of the desert, it settled perfectly upon its head, like a crown. The King of the Sands had not just defended its kingdom, it had claimed the sky. From the wreckage of steel and lightning, the Cobra reigned supreme, wearing the spoils of its victory, a new legend born from the clash of venom and metal. The desert had a single, undisputed ruler once more. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey into the desert's heart. If you enjoyed this tale, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories from worlds beyond our own. Until next time, stay curious.